Hello viewers, welcome to my channel Academy IS. This is the continuation of the series Simplifying Sociological Thinkers. Today I pick up the next new thinker, that is R.K. Martin. He has provided, or we have in the syllabus, this theory. First is manifest and latent functions. Second is conformity and deviance. And third is reference groups. So I will cover all this theory in this one video. So all this is by Priyanka by Academy IS. So let's start. The first one is manifest and latent functions are provided by R.K. Martins. So what is manifest and what is latent? So as per R.K. Martins, that is he refined structural functionism, as we have already covered several times, where you have understand the functions the society do, and even Max Weber's theory is there. So as R.K. Martins bring up his new theories, where he said that the society do work or do functions in two different ways, or he categorized the function of society into different things. One is manifest and another is latent. So manifest ones, that is the intended, will relate or equal this manifest word with the intended, and latent with the unintended. So according to R.K. Martins, he said that there is two types of functions. One is intended and another is unintended, and consequence of social institutions and their actions. He argued that institutions often produce outcomes that people plans for. If you have covered Emile Durkheim's and Max Weber's, I hope if not, please do that. So to understand it, what are the institutions in the society? Think for a while. Remember, what is the institution of the society? This is the family, religions, laws, educations, and even the health sectors, the parliaments, all are the institutions of the society. And they produce outcomes that people plan for, that they have planned for. And this outcome that produced through their planning, that will be the manifest functions. And the another one, that is the another outcome that is not comes from their planning, exact proper plannings, that is not so much expected. That will be the latent functions. So from this, I think, from this sentence and these explanations, this one is clear, right? So not every consequence of social actions is intended. Yet both intended and unintended consequences shape society. That's the things. Along with the intended consequences, unintended consequences also come along the way, and it shapes the individuals and thereby the society. So we get the words intended, unintended, that is manifest and latent, and consequence and functionals. Okay. So let's have some more details about manifest functions. Manifest functions are the intended, that I talk, recognized, that will be planning, and expected. If there is planning, if there is intentions, then obviously there will be some consequences, expected consequences, of an institutions or social action. It is not the individuals. Okay, in sociology it is all about the society. There are officials purpose the society consciously aims to achieve. Each organizations and institution have their own purpose to achieve. Example, let's see, schools manifest function is their educational curriculums, their skill development, right? Their reading skills, writing skills, and communication skills and knowledge build up. So all this curriculum is given in the schools so that the child gathers knowledge about the society, about any field, developed any skills. If it is in the if it is in the schools, then it will be minor level of skills. But if the students have in their bigger institutions, such as if it's students in any big institutes such as IITs, then there will be focused on building a major professional skills that will give them uh, job opportunities. So those schools or college curriculums, activities, knowledges, resources, all thing is planned in such a way so that there is some outcomes will be there. Their outcome will be the emergent of brilliant ones, intellect ones, thinkers ones, and in the expectations that this person will do something good to their life and to the society by doing some this kind of economics activities. So that is the manifest purpose of the school. Another is hospitals manifestations treating patient. uh, what say, the doctors have their skills. They treat the patient with the intention that this patient will recover from this disease and will have a healthy and better life. Elections commissions have their, this is the another institutions. This is the example of different institutions. Okay. The election commissions, their manifest functions to make equality representations, to conduct fair elections, to make a vibrant democracy. Okay. And current examples of manifest that's digital India. So digital India is the mission of government of India. So here the manifest function is, what is the manifest? To provide digital governance and improving public services, better services to the citizens through digital platforms. I hope this is the manifest, the intended one, that it will be visible to all. Next is latent functions. Latent means hidden. Okay. Latent functions are the unintended, hidden, or unrecognized consequences of an institutions or actions. This is something opposite of manifest functions. Okay. These effects are not planned. Earlier in the manifesto we talk about it was planned. It is not planned, it is not intended, it is not recognized, but often have important social consequences because the outcome is there and this outcome will making impact on the society. Example, uh, examples such as in the schools, school or college. If we say it is like a college, uh, as we have discussed, the what is the manifest function of college, but what is the latent functions? What say in colleges, the young and adult ones go there to acquire knowledge, build their professional skills, build the skills for jobs. But at the same time, they make lifelong friends. They make good friends and building professional networks that give open up new opportunities there, building making connections so with the professionals. So this is the latent functions. This is not something like a given in the college curriculums or in the college board that you will get these things there. And even as you can say they will have a better environment for their health, body, mind, and all things. In college, latent functions finding future life partners. In college, or in a workplace, office, people go to their jobs, do the work, or some. But at the same time, they somehow find their future life partners as well. So this is not something um, given, manifested, or planned. It comes by chance, and it shapes the society. Social media's latent functions creating influencers and online communities. And yes, we talk the positive consequence example of latent ones. Yeah, here the example that it comes current example work from home. Latent function is better family interactions, but also increased work life stress when a woman uh, sit at homes to do the office work. She has to carry all those burdens, domestic ones, all the times at her head by sitting at home and also doing the office work as well. So latent function is carrying those domestic burden same time. So this is the latent functions, okay? So this is the comparison between manifest and latent. Manifest is intended, latent unintended, manifest is planned, latent is hidden, manifest is recognized, latent is unrecognized, manifest is official goal, and latent is indirect effect. So let's have a good example for this UPSC exam or such exam that is a practical will give. Okay, midday meal scheme. Uh, Sometimes, and the question is coming for the applications part as well. No? So let's see. A midday meal scheme manifest is improve nutrition for the children's, but latent function is what will be the latent function once the nutrition level of the child increased. The midday meal schemes is set or planned to improve the nutrition of the children. But this is the manifest. And the latent one is when the nutrition level of a children's will improve. What will happen? Their cognitive skills will develop. And then and for the hunger of food, especially from poverty background students, they will go to the schools. They will attend school. The school attendance will increase, promote social interactions among children from different caste, and once the school's attendance will increase, more students will come from different families, their interactions will increase. And it is not just about the school attendance. Their cognitive level will increase. They will participate in the more activities such as in the sports. They will they will able to live their life happily. They'll be more active because their body and mind will be healthy. So this is a good example. This is another example. Just read it. Practical applications. Manifest. This is the more examples so can differentiate between manifest and latent. So for this theories there is criticism. So let's see what's the criticism. Difficult to clearly separate manifest and latent consequences. Sometimes some examples is there where we find difficulty to separate manifest and latent consequences. The same consequences may be manifest for one group but latent for another. Power and inequality are not sufficiently addressed. So this is a little bit criticism, not big one. And PYQ's theme is manifest was a latent function. They will give some schemes, they will give some education institution in the society, and they will ask for the functions that what are the manifest and latent functions these institutions are doing. So this understanding will come from this concept. That's why see there are examples is there. Manifest translated, manifest translated for social media, national education policy, manifest translated. Okay. Next is conformity and deviance. This is called Martin's train theory. Okay. So let's see. Martins argue that deviance arises when there is a gap. Deviance means you are staying away. When there is a gap between socially approved goals and legitimate means available to achieve them. Legitimate means socially that is very much acceptable to the society. A socially approved goals mean that is this goals is approved by the society. Yes, you can achieve these goals. We'll see how what are the socially approved goals and what are the legitimate means ways to achieve them. And when there is a gap, when there is a deviance, when there is a gap, there is a deviance. When there is a even little bit conflict, there will be deviance. So this is the and when this occurs, yes, and when it occurs, this deviance, it will call strains. Strains is something is like you can imagine that pulling the rubber band in two different ways. It will cause strain on that rubber band. That is the strain. This is called the strain theory, and it is all about related to the deviance. And socially approved goals is something the better one, the good one that is good for the society and good for the humanity as well. Legitimate means that will be the ways that is the especially the it is the good one. It will be the good one and the positive ones, and that will be accepted by the society. This is called the legitimate means. Okay. This is the keywords: goals, means, opportunities, strength, and adaptations. So, what is the basic idea of this conformity and deviance? Every society promote goals. There should be and must have goals for the society, for the individuality, for the growth, for the prosperity. The goals of the society is to get success in something, success in getting something, success in reaching these things. This is success. So, and the goals of the society can be to acquire more wage, to have more economic growth. And this goal of the society is indirectly also goal of the individuals as well, because it is socially accepted goals to get the success. As an individual, we also see get the success, wealth, prestige, and all things, because this is socially approved goals. But however, not everyone has equal access to legitimate opportunities. If being a sociological student or aspirations by getting these options, if you have covered some basics, there you will understand or that there is some kind of what say inequalities theory in the society, and this inequality will brings inequalities in getting access to the opportunities as well. So not everyone has equal access to legitimate opportunities, and when it happened, this creates strains, leading individuals to adapt to different responses. See, we can visualize this concept as an what's the activities or image, that there is a pond full of water and there is 2 or 3 ways to reach to that water bodies. But what about the other people who are on the bank of the pond? They also seek those water, and there is what's it? There is water or fish in the water. So say suppose whoever have access in this ponds water, they someone it can be what say someone, if it is the family, if it's owned by some family, the family members will easily get access to the ponds water. And if it is for the in the market, if for whoever will pay the tickets bill will be, get access to the ponds waters, or to catch fish in the water, or just to play in the waters of the pond. But in case who don't have the access to this water body by some means, if it's not their family or have the money, what they will see, uh, they will obviously recourse to some illegitimate ways, such as they can make another secret path to reach there, or do these activities by forcefully interferes by doing some violence, or someone um, uh, uh, may change the timelines, uh, going to the pond at night and catch the fish. So this is the illegitimate so ways to get access of the ponds. So similarly, this is some kind of good practical simple examples to visualize these situations, that there is a pool of opportunities, but similarly there is a uh, diverse, and not the diverse, there is many Many or different kind of inequalities is there that make it inaccessible to all or many persons in the society. So whoever will not have those access to those opportunities, they will obviously feel bad. They will then they will try to adopt some other different means to get those opportunities. Because and this will create some tensions between because it is not socially approved. Oh, it's some kind of deviance. This is called the strain theory of Archimedes. Okay, uh, the strain theory and this strain theory, two terms is that is conformity and deviance. Now we are talking about the deviance, and this deviance is making the strain one. See, so what Archimedes have found, there are five modes of adaptations. Five modes of adaptations to achieve or to get those goals, socially approved goals or goals of the society. This is success, wealth, money, prosperity, name, fames. These are the goals of the society. So there can be the five mode of four adaptations goals, and means can be five means. This adaptations is all about the means, the ways to get the first one, the better ones, and the accepted ones. That is the conformities. That is to be in the lines, that is to be follow the rules, regulations, all the guidelines set by the society. Such as if you want to get a good post in the society, what will you do? If a student go to the schools, better schools, do more hard work on the basis of the merit to get admissions in the good colleges and get better educations, better skills, and then better jobs, or by taking good coachings, um, and guidance, they will crack a good better government exams and get the better post in the society. So all this is aligned with the conformities with the conformity of the societies, because this is very much acceptable. Another is innovations. This innovations is like it's not a scientific innovations. Okay, this innovations is something like that, doing something different from this, not following this conformity or not able to follow this conformity. Because if someone does not belong to the good family or don't have the good wealth, how they can get the better educations and the skills and get access to those things? So they will think something different that will bring something new thoughts, that what and in how way they can achieve those things. And in this way the crimes, the violence, and all things do comes in the society, and it is something like strains as in the society. We'll discuss it a little bit obviously in this slide. Ritualism is all about rituals means what? Say rituals means doing, following the schedules, following the activities that is given to you, that is just doing the rituals. Retreatism means retreat means coming back, coming back from the goals or something. And another is rebellion, just to rebel it. Not, no, I don't have any goals. So if someone say no, I don't have the goals, do not even have the goals, I am free, this is, or I will make my own something different. If someone said this is what they're revealing, they're revealing this, they're revealing the society. Okay, and we have now let's talk about the conformity. Uh, Conformity is accepting both society's goals and legitimate means. That I give the examples of a good student going to the schools, colleges, and society goals is academic excellence, getting the good jobs, and it is all happening in a legitimate means that is very much acceptable to the society. Legitimate means, okay. Example is preparing for UPSC through regular studies, going to the coachings, libraries, and such things. A government employees following rules. Government employees following rules to maintain their good positions in the societies or in the office. So all this is in the conformity with the society. Acceptance, lawful and stability. This one, first one we did. Okay, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and this is 5. Another is innovations, means accepting goals. They want to get these things, those goals of the society, the success, wealth, names, reputations, but not using the legitimate means, such as doing doing corruptions or such giving monies to get the job in the government office, but what say, but not doing the hard work to crack those exams. That is very much illegitimate ways. Or getting promotion in the office by giving bribes, giving some amount. This is the illegitimate ways. That legitimate ways is do the hard work, do brings the improvement and get the promotions. But illegitimate ones is giving bribes. This is all about innovations. The cheat to crack the exam. You can someone cheating in the exam halls, and even it's giving doing the corruptions, giving money. Uh, s- um, okay. So this is the example of innovations. Current example is online scams promising quick money. Yes, there are some online scams is there, and people are falling into the scams because they are not able to get the legitimate ways to, such as setting up the business or acquiring the skills to make the money, so they fall into the traps of scams where they talk about the uh, easiest or shortest ways to mix money. And next is ritualisms. What is ritualisms? That is rejecting major goals but continuing to follow rules mechanically. There are some people who are not very much ambitious or or bothering about the goals of the society. So what they do, they just, or maybe they're very much satisfied with the small with the little one, the smaller one. So they just happy or do their work, continue to follow rules mechanically, but not doing any innovations to get these things. But yes, we will do this, do some. They think yes, we will do something little bit, but are not that major goals. The example is an employee who performs routine works without ambitions to for promotions. Yes, they don't have the ambitions for the better one or major ones. Hmm. So they just do the small ones or uh, less difficult tasks. Doing a job only for salary without interest in career growth. This is the ritualism. Uh, Fourth Yes, fourth is Retreatism. What is Retreatism? That is rejecting both goals and means. There are one section of people who just reject the goals of the society and also the means of the society. If there is no goals, no means. Hmm. And this one is the middle one who don't have the goals but just follow the rules to be the decent one in the society. And this one is just completely retreat, rejecting both goals and the means. As a means ways to achieve this. And they fall or withdrawals or they what they were said they completely detached from the society as they are not not aligned or something like to any goals or not any goals, not even any means. So they are in such an inactive state. Hmm. So they fall into the drug addictions, alcohol addictions, social withdrawal is there. So they are no longer participating in the social activities. This is some kind of what is some kind of stagnant issues in their life, and if the number of these people is to increase, then there will be stagnant in the society as well. So this is very much, it is another also dangerous thing. Some individuals leaving mainstream society due to prolonged unemployment or severe social isolations. See, so there are some people, if you say in the rural areas, there will be very but there will be very less job opportunities is there as people face unemployment, so they become very much demotivated, detached to the society and live in the period of isolation. So, and even some people, there are some people whom society don't appreciate much or to do differentiation. They feel not to be involved, not to or interact with the society. So this create isolations in this group of people, and in this way they detached from the goals and means and from the society. The last one is five rebellion, rejecting existing goals and means while seeking to establish new ones. This one is something so something what say this one is something like they are like a leader or what's say, and it can happen in a good wills or bad wills of the society. If this goals is mean for the welfare of the society, this is good, but if it's not mean for the welfare for the society, then it will be bad. um it can be bad. Some things like this, social reforms movement is here. So, in the past, for modern history, if we can say Raja Ramon Roy, Chandra Vidyasagars, their social reform movement, they find this practice is not good for the society. They make reforms in the society, and even what's um, mm, passing of the bills in the parliament, that they are challenging the laws, some kind of laws made by earlier government. They are making improvement or bringing new amendment in these bills. This is some kind of rebellions. This is a political revolutions is there. A revolutionary movement is there. Some kind of a revolt is there that we we don't want this in our system, need to be changed. So this such as farmers movement, women's movement, these are some kind peasants movement. So these are some kind of rebellion group. They want to make the changes in terms of goals and also the even the something new one for their own, for their group. That is the, as I tell already told, the peasants movements and women's movement and even the abolitions of some systems in the society. Practical applications is there. This is uh, it's a urban poverty, rebellions, youth crimes. When a large section of the youth find or face unemployment in the society, they involved in the crime activities such as left-wing extremism, terrorism. The things it is happening by their brainwashed or something. So the things they or demand something new for their group of the society. So this is something the bad example of the rebellion, and these are the example of the good example of the rebellion, social rebellion. When it is cause for the good will, better will of the society, it is what's it is a good rebellion. And what it is, it can harms to the society, it is a bad rebellion. So you can think and differentiate between these two rebellion and make some examples. Criticism ignored emotional and psychological cause of crime, assume everyone's values the same goals, less effective in explaining crimes committed by privileged groups. This is a little bit criticism, not so much important. Okay. So PYQ's theme is deviance. I discussed very well. Strength theories there is a mismatch between the goals and accepted means, and there is strengths. It is called strength theory. Innovations is different ways or means to achieve those goals. Social change is still this is what or not. Okay. Just take this. Let me complete. This is the last theory of Archimedes, that is the reference groups theory. What is the reference group? A reference group is a group that individuals use as a standard for evaluating their attitude, their behavior, or aspirations, whether or not they belong to that group. See, reference, it's something like to make a comparison, such as if someone's following the what's the spiritual path or something, like they can make their, this is something individual level. I'm giving this example on individual level, that uh, something like Swami Vivekananda can be the ideal one to make some kind of what's say good comparison, that yeah, I can I will adopt this attitude, this personality with me. So similarly, there will be some kind of good group or some kind of um, what's say personalities there that will help individuals to evaluate their attitude, their behavior. That yes, this is the standard one in the society, and I want to make comparison so that I can check where I am and in which um, uh, level I belong to. That is comparisons, aspirations. Uh, and there is two types of groups, that is membership groups and reference groups. See, in membership, you are belongs to that group. You are already belong to that group, to the families, to the colleges you go, to the offices you work. This is the membership group, and reference groups is something outside it, such as IS officers, successful entrepreneurs, professionals, athletes. See, say someone's aspiring for a UPSC, CSC, or someone's in the job of an IS office. That persons can have their own, so the person have some kind of examples of good officers. That yes, or say there can be some characteristic of good officers, that yes, I can and why I want to be this kind of officers. So this is the reference groups. And with the successful entrepreneur, if someone's have the guts or aspiring to be the entrepreneur, there will be some kind of characteristic and some good successful entrepreneurs in their mind with whom they and their persons will instantly or continuously make the comparisons and will say or bring up, yes, this person have these things and I am trying to do these things in these activities in these skills, so that I one day can reach up to that level or to that person's he or she achieved. So this is the course. This is called as reference groups. So as per this were simple positive reference groups, individuals admire and imitate these groups. When we refer to any good and positive things, that is positive reference groups such as UPSC aspirant following successful stoppers or good educators. These are the good ones. Students learning from respected teachers and their peers one, not just teachers. Students can learn from their good peers as well, that how look how his handwriting is, how he is solving this maths, I want to learn this. So this is the positive reference group. And negative groups people consciously avoid or reject. They are involved in the corruption of activities. If someone's referring to any corruption activities or corrupted persons, it's something like that he person is just referring to that negative reference group that is very much negative to the society. Substance abuse groups, if someone in the group where they used to mock as women, and they used to mock any persons on the basis of the dress, on the basis of their what they wear. So it's something like they have the same mentality of abusing the abusing persons. So this is what the abusing groups. So from this uh, theories and explanations. So what I want to say, that it isn't you will always be defined from the from the group you and people's and from the activities you are doing, and even from the group of or the people with whom you are interacting, because you will be the average of the five people with whom you are spending the times. So always choose the groups, always choose the peoples and talk very consciously, so that you become a very conscious and good citizen. Okay. So this is my advice from being a teacher. This some kind of modern applications is still Instagram. People compare themselves with influencers. This is the reference groups. If they are comparing with the good ones, it will be the good positive reference groups. LinkedIn's young professionals imitate in industry leaders. This is the positive reference groups. UPSC aspirant following educators and stoppers to shape study strategies. This is the positive reference groups. So you can follow this kind of groups to make a better environment and better good um, circles, so that good contents goes to your head. Um, this is the influencers, real world applications. There's some kind of applications that you can say whether it is which group and what kind of criticism. Reference groups vary across situations. Online communities have made reference groups more fluid and diverse. The theory pays limited attention to structural inequalities. So this is a little bit different criticism we have to do in this theory. So I have a quick revisions. Okay, quick revisions. Manifest functions intended consequences, latent functions unintended consequences. Manifest school provide educations, latent schools builds friendship and networks. Conformity means accept goals and means preparing honestly for UPSC or any jobs or acquiring any skills. That is the conformities, or even doing the business activities. It's conformity. Innovation is accepting goals versus rejecting legitimate means. That is cheating, corruptions, violence. These are the innovations, means doing something different in the or making a new ways or means to achieve those goals. Ritualism is this kind of people is somewhat very lazy, I think so. Reject goals but accept means, but yes, we are rejecting not very much ambitious but ideal, and doing some little bit ones and routine work without ambitions. Okay. Retreatism, rejecting both goals and means these are very much stagnant groups of people in the society, social withdrawals due to addictions or isolations. Or unemployment, retreatism and rebellions is what replace goals and means. They are something like rebellions, and if it happens to a good person for a good reasons, it what say it bring up new leaders in each field. It can be, it happens in our freedom struggle movement, social reforms movement, and it's happening so in the words the social reforms movement giving the new right, new changes in the laws, new ways, and even what's and demanding new things for these groups. um, uh, so they are like something visionary, but with very much cautious. If there, if it harms to the society, then it will be bad, negative one. Okay, but yes, as our society do grow up, we can see this rebellion is happening is in a good terms for the goodwill of the society. So that's why we can see a new things is coming in our society. So have a look on this good rebellions part. Reference groups against good, positive, and negative steers are a group we use to compare or make our standards. So always have a good groups, good reference groups, positive ones that inspires, motivate, educate, literate, mm, make you more ambitious, more hardworkings. And these groups and these links of the groups obviously makes you uplift in the society. Mm. Um, this is what I covered. So at the completion of the R.K. Martin's all theories in a very details and broad way, and adding my own some advice for the good things. So covering manifest and latent functions, conformity and deviance, and reference groups. So all this is done. I hope it will help more. And I have already covered major thinkers and these theories. Have a look on this channel. It is available. I hope it will help, and I will have a Telegram channel to provide this PDF. Okay, and to have some comment how it's going on. So all this is again saying all this by Priyanka by Academy IS. So that's all for today, and have a good day, and thanks for watching, and please to like, share and subscribe, and to share it with your sociological peers, with someone who have interest in understanding sociology, social phenomena, and have intellect queries. That's all for today. Thanks for watching.